Namaste guys, thank you and welcome to Scotland. The snow is starting to clear but it's still a bit cold, and we have Wallace Monument right at the back of us for this practice. So this practice is a continuation of developing downward facing dog as a resting position, a resting pose. We will warm the body up, warming all the essential areas, the shoulders, the lats, the whole spine, the chest, the arms and the hips for this pose. As we move through the position, we'll start to look to lengthen and stretch out the hamstrings, back of the knee and calf muscles, and the ankles I should say. So we'll come in and out of downward facing dog. Listen to your body. Please don't hold for any longer than you feel is necessary. Shaking is good, but if you're not leaving enough in the tank to bring yourself down in a comfortable and a controlled manner, then you're going to cause damage and it can be detrimental to your practice. So listen to your body. Give 70% of your capacity as always. We'll start off in a kneeling position. If this is comfortable for you, knees together, ankles together, sitting on the heels. If this is more preferable or comfortable for you, being on the toes, then do so. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back and down, chest is forward, gazing at that point in front, eye level. Keeping awareness at this point. Focus on the breath as it flows in and flows out. On the inhale, the abdomen and chest will rise. On the exhale, chest will fall, abdomen will fall. Start to scan the body mentally from head to toe. Bring awareness to any body parts holding tension or stress and release this tension from any area by focusing on and sending the intention of the breath to this area. So essentially we're breathing into this area that's holding tension or stress and letting go of that tension, letting go of that stress. Now close your eyes, taking that gaze inwards. When you're ready, lengthen through the arms, turn the palms facing each other, keeping the palms shoulder width apart. Before we put any weight on the arms, hands, wrists, we'll use our own body, our own strength to warm up the shoulders. Inhale, raising the hands all the way up. Keep lengthening through the arms, point through the fingers. Slightly pressing the chest forward and pulling the shoulders back. Breathe into the shoulder area. As we point through the fingers, gently pulling the shoulders into the socket. A slight depression. Now interlocking the fingers together. Inhale, press the palms through the sky. Breathing deeply into the scapula area, shoulder area, back body, side body. Keep lengthening. On the next exhale, gently leaning off to the left, keep pressing the palms through the sky. Inhale to centre, and exhale towards the right. Inhale, centre, exhale, left. Inhale, centre, exhale, right. Inhale, centre, exhale, leaning off to the left, hold for 2 deep breaths. Stretching out the right side body, pressing through the palms, keep the elbows locked out, breathe. Inhale to centre, exhale leaning towards the right, pressing through the palms, stretch out the left side body. Inhale to centre, so if you can, drop the chin towards the chest, pulling the arms back the way, and exhale, relax, shrugging the shoulders one way, and then opposite way. Give the head and neck a little move around. When you're ready, walking the hands forward, placing the palms directly underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide for base and balance, gently pushing the mat away. And try and grip the mat with the fingers and thumb, as well as pressing the palms firmly through the mat. Inhale and exhale, leaning the shoulder line past the fingertip line if you can, keeping the elbows locked out. Inhale through centre, hips towards the heels, and exhale, moving forward. Inhale through centre, exhale, moving forward. Inhale and exhale, go forward and hold for 3 breaths. Breathing into the wrist and forearm area. On the inhale, bringing the shoulders directly above the palms. Turn the fingers out the way, palms stay directly underneath the shoulders, pressing through the mat. Inhale and exhale, leaning towards the left. Inhale to centre, exhale towards the right. Inhale centre, exhale left. Inhale centre, exhale right. Inhale centre, exhale to the left, hold for 2 breaths. Breathing into the wrist and forearm area. Inhale to centre, exhale leaning towards the right. Keep the elbow locked out. Press down through the palms, using the shoulder, chest. Inhale to centre. Slowly walking the hands towards the body. Sit back on the heels. Bending the elbows, palms facing up, half close the fist, rotating the wrist one way and then rotating the wrist the opposite way. A couple of times each way. Giving the hands a little shake. And taking your time placing the weight through the palms, coming out to tabletop position. Press down through the palms, knees directly underneath the hips. Inhale, arching the back. Exhale, round and pushing through the palms. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time each way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come into centre. Now gently sit back on the heels. Separate the knees as wide as the mat, keeping the big toes touching. Walk the hands all the way forward, pressing back through the palms. Roll the shoulders away from the ears as best we can. Drop the forehead into the mat. Find the breath. When the body relaxes, see if you can walk the fingers a little further forward and press back through the palms. Breathing in to the shoulder area, chest area, feeding the breath to the scapula, all the way down the back body, side body. Press down through the palms and the fingertips. On the next inhale, lifting the forehead from the mat. Keep the palms exactly where they are. Inhale again, coming high on the knees. Bring the knees directly underneath the shoulder, the hips, I should say, sorry. Keeping this vertical line from the knee to the hip. Walk the hands forward, making your way into puppy pose. Don't hurt yourself here. If you can, keep the face forward. If not, drop the forehead into the mat. Full length from the back body. Press down through the palms. Stretching out the shoulder area, scapula area. Keep the breath flowing in and out. Stay relaxed. Stay focused. Gently pressing back a little further when you feel you can. Now think about this straight line we've created from the wrist through the shoulder to the hip. The exact same line we're going to create in downward facing dog. Only we'll be looking towards our belly button. Inhale slowly, making your way to tabletop position. Shrug the shoulders. A little scapula shrug from this position, keeping the arms locked out. Inhale, chest goes towards the mat. Exhale, pressing away. Inhale, chest towards the mat. Exhale, pressing away. Now separate the fingers wide for base and balance. Knees directly underneath the hips, onto the toes. For our first downward facing dog, let's keep the knees bent. Press the chest towards the thighs. Pressing all the way towards the thighs. This time we're looking towards the belly button. Breathing up and down the back body. We're putting a little more weight through the shoulder area, so be careful. Any discomfort or injuries, then listen to your body, please. Keep pressing back through the palms, breathing deeply, looking towards the belly button as best we can. On the next inhale, dropping the knees to the mat, looking forward to that point in front. Sit back on the heels, drop the elbows onto the mat and take a breath or two. Breathe deeply. Now we can see and feel where we need to be in downward facing dog. Let's go through some movements that's going to stretch and strengthen the body in different directions, ultimately allowing us to be stronger in downward facing dog. So I'll go through one round of this first with a variation for anyone that needs to be taking a little more care of their body, and we'll do 5 rounds together. So starting from a kneeling high plank position, onto the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees, high plank from the knees. Exhale, chest to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, keep the knees down, pressing to downward facing dog. If we are starting from the harder, more difficult variation, downward facing dog, inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, and so on. Pick your variation, guys, and let's get started. Exhale to downward facing dog. Really press the chest onto the thighs. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, drop the knees to the mat. Sit back on the heels, separate the knees as wide as the mat, walk the hands forward, rest the body into hare pose. Breathe deeply. Allow the breath to come back to a natural pace. Allow the body to relax and recover. On the next inhale, moving to tabletop position. Now we'll finish off the session with downward facing dog times 3. So we'll come in, we'll go out, and we'll go out, come in and go out another 2 times. So the more we can go in and out of downward facing dog, the stronger we become at holding it for longer periods of time. So please come in and out how you see fit. Try not to come into downward facing dog and then come out for a second, go back in for a second. Have a good amount of rest before you come back up into downward facing dog. So onto the toes, exhale to downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent. Really press back through the palms, looking towards the belly button. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the hips high. Breathing into the back body. Keep pressing back. Shooting the hips high. On the inhale, drop the knees to the mat. Flatten out the feet, sit back on the heels. Rest on the elbows, or if you like, walk the hands forward, drop the forehead into the mat. Breathe deeply. On the next inhale, lifting the forehead from the mat, walking to tabletop position, onto the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, pedaling the left heel to the mat. Exhale, pedaling the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, keep pushing back, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Rest when you need to. Come down onto the knees. But see if we can. Walk the dog. Keep pedaling those heels. Inhale, dropping the knees to the mat. Sit back on the heels. Walk the hands forward. Rest into hare pose. or if you like, rest on those elbows. Breathe. Now one more time. Walk the hands forward to tabletop position. Onto the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press the chest onto the thighs. Inhale, pedaling one heel. Exhale, pedaling the opposite. Inhale, exhale. Looking towards the belly button. Keep the breath flowing in and flowing out. On the next inhale, drop the knees to the mat, sit back on the heels, walk the hands forward, rest the forehead into the mat. Feed the breath to the shoulder area. Feed the breath to all the areas working hard. Relax these areas. Take 2 more breaths. On the inhale, lifting the forehead from the mat. Walking the knees together, sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back and down, chest is forward, find the breath. Keeping the eyes closed if we can, allowing the body to adjust to this upright position. The shoulders should feel as though they've been worked. Feel a little stronger, a little bit more confidence in this area. Chest forward, shoulders back and down. Feel the strength. Feel that confidence. And when you're ready, opening the eyes, looking forward to that point in front. Hope you've enjoyed the session, guys. Hope the shoulders are feeling like they're being worked out. Let's get ready for that downward facing dog, being a comfortable resting position. Thank you again for joining in, and I appreciate the support. I'll see you on the next session. Namaste.